Well, I started out as an environmental engineer, and my job was to effectively create zero pollution breweries all over the country. My brother was a German-trained brewer. We got together and decided that we wanted to create the world's first environmentally sustainable brewery. I'm Scott Leopold, founder and CEO of Leopold Bros. We started off as a brewery in 1999. And we started the company up in Ann Arbor, Michigan. And Michigan had very quirky liquor laws. We had a pub that was attached to the brewery. And in Michigan, the law stated that you could have a pub if you had a brewery. But if you did so, you could only serve what you made on site. So if one person in a group of 20 didn't like beer, they went up the road to go someplace else. So we needed to develop a cocktail program. And in order to do so, we had to make everything ourselves. That is what gave us our start in distilling, was actually at our pub itself. Now, 2007 came along, the height of the real estate boom, and somebody bought our building out in Ann Arbor. And we had the chance to move wherever we wanted to across the country. We're from Colorado, so we wanted to come back home. Even as late as 2007, I think there were only 2 distilleries in Colorado. So we really felt we could contribute to the distilling community. And so we decided to get out of brewing, stick with distilling, focus on that. And so we moved all of our operations back to Denver. And here we are, however many years later, 15 years later, I guess. What we stand for as a company, what we stand for as people, and what the products themselves stand for. Effectively, to become a small part in life's everyday celebrations without sacrificing the ability of future generations to do the same. In short, we do things the old way. So no artificial flavors, no artificial ingredients. We actually start with grains directly from local farms. We malt them here ourselves. We have the world's largest floor malting facility. That starts the entire process, and everything is done using those old world techniques to create something which is truly representative of Colorado. So we take a cradle to grave approach, which means we consider all of the raw materials coming in, how we actually process them, and then what happens at the end of their life to create essentially a zero waste circle. We try to ensure that everything that we do generates the least amount of waste that we possibly can generate. And then what outputs come from the manufacturing process. We look to turn those into raw materials to start another process so that the entire manufacturing system is zero waste. We started the company with the vision of being environmentally sustainable. We hung our hat on being world-class quality and made that the hallmark rather than the environmental story. Within the manufacturing process itself, we take great care and go to great lengths to source only the best raw materials. The distilling world, it's really an agricultural product. Our job is to step out of the way of what nature produced so that we can present only the freshest and boldest flavors that are out there. So we take great pains using old world techniques to kind of coax all of these flavors out of local grains, fruit from the best places in the entire world, organic herbs from small farms. And it's our job to extract all those flavors, put them together, and present them so that people can truly enjoy them. Well, packaging is paramount. It's at the forefront, for any consumer product. The very first impression that you have is the packaging. It's one of the 3 cornerstones to any consumer product, price, packaging, product. It's what intrigues or draws a customer in to actually get them to pick the bottle up off the shelf. From there, it's the product's ability to bring them back. But the initial interaction is with the packaging, so it has to be perfect. Even throughout the pandemic, Columbine label was one of the very few suppliers that was still able to meet our demands on time. So it truly is a family business, and one, it's important to us that we are independent family distillers. My mom still does the books for us. My dad does a lot of the landscaping out here. Our nephews both work here. And so our hope is that we pass this down through the family so it becomes a multi-generational family business. At the end of the day, packaging is supposed to communicate what is inside the bottle. It's supposed to give the consumer an idea of what you're all about as a company and what this specific item is all about. And with our packaging, what we try to communicate is clean, simple, old world product inside of it. Things that are done the old way. So we are hoping with our packaging that mission would be communicated. And we hope that all of our packaging is reflective of what we stand for as a company, what we stand for as people, and what the products themselves stand for.